control the language, shape the mind, dictate the culture, keep the masses blind. The party's hand, it moves unseen, altering words, reshaping the scene. They twist the truth, they bend the light, crafting their narrative out of sight. Every term they redefine to serve their purpose, to toe their line. Everything means capitalism in their parallel tongue, it's their prism, whispered in socialist code. The truth obscured, the meanings erode. From bourgeoisie to equity, saying their language weaves a twisted game. Each word a tool, each phrase a ploy to cloak the truth in their employ. Bourgeoisie oppressors they claim, equity's their utopia's name. Whiteness, racism, systemic lie, all roads lead back to their abolition fight. Fascism dubbed as free market stream, abolishing individual liberties, their scheme. Normativity, patriarchy's grip, all intertwined, their narrative flip. Everything means capitalism in their parallel tongue, it's their prism, whispered in socialist code. The truth obscured, the meanings erode. From bourgeoisie to equity, saying their language weaves a twisted game. Each word a tool, each phrase a ploy to cloak the truth in their employ. Queer and trans, they declare the war on capitalism's norm they're restore. Gender binary, the nuclear family's goal. Their destruction is the goal. Imperialism, colonization's reign, decolonization to break the chain. The police, enforcers, they're named, guardians of capital, their claim. Their language shapes, their rhetoric binds, to break the cycle, to free our minds. For in their words, their hidden game, capitalism's grip, they aim to tame. Everything means capitalism in their parallel tongue, it's their prism, whispered in socialist code. The truth obscured, the meanings erode. From bourgeoisie to equity, saying their language weaves a twisted game. Each word a tool, each phrase a ploy to cloak the truth in their employ. Control the language, control the crowd, but in our hearts the truth is loud. Their words may twist, their meanings bend, but in the end our voices ascend.
Well, Jennifer, you think we need our own song?
We do. We need our own theme song. I haven't ever worked with an AI thing yet, but I know people who do. So, but I can certainly write up something, and I should just
I think that would
say,
be
here,
fun.
make this sound like something or other.
I can make. I have an AI music thing that we can use. So if you want to write up some lyrics, then we can do that. That'd be cool. I think that'd be great. Yeah. Well, welcome to DISENRAGE. And this is our show that we do on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock to just basically, this is a non-politics show. This is a chill space. I'm going to be honest, Jennifer, I need a chill space today. It's been a long effing day. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I triggered a man-child over a chat and a group message today. And I was like, I haven't had coffee yet, bro. You're already having a meltdown. Like, what is even going on?
Like, this is he ought to know better. Don't mess with before the coffee thing.
Oh, seriously. I was just like, literally, all I said was good morning. It's like, have you ever heard of a man being triggered by like someone saying good morning? It's just like, I can't, Jennifer, I can't deal with these people. I can't deal with them. Can't deal with them. Can't deal with it. Like, I was like, this is like next level lunacy. This is why we have this show, so that I can decompress and talk about rational things like ghosts and demons and spirits and crystals and fairies and elves and possession and meditation and mindfulness and aliens and and things that are actually fucking normal.
The woo is everything, and it is definitely what makes more sense these days, I think.
It really does. I feel like the entire world is possessed, or like, you know, at least the people on Twitter are possessed. Hey, but guess what I'm doing on Friday?
Okay, let me think.
You're gonna like this. It's gonna be really good. You're gonna like it.
I don't know what you're doing on Friday. I know what you're doing later on, and maybe later, but I'm not saying anything about that.
No, you can say that it's announced. The road trip has been announced. We can talk about it.
Okay.
That's not what I'm doing on Friday. That's not what I'm doing. On Friday, I made Victor take the day off of work, and we are going to take a little drive over to a town near us named
You're
Salem.
Going to Salem?
I'm going to Salem.
Oh my God!
I'm going to Salem for the day during Halloween. I have not spent a full day in Salem in October, like, ever. I've been to Salem in October, but not for the full day.
I'm so jealous. Wait a minute. Stop. I have 3 puppies by my feet. Somebody's growling, and I don't know what's going on.
Someone's upset about something.
I guess. That is awesome. I'm so jealous. I've heard that Salem is so cool and absolutely lit during Samhain, and I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like, I've been looking at, they've got all these like pop-up like haunted houses and exhibits and stuff like that, and you have to get like special tickets for it. But Salem is great like year round. I've been several times. There's all sorts of like museums and witchy things and pirate things and history things, and there's walking tours, and it's kind of like a quintessential like it's what you think of with a New England town. It's right on the ocean, and it really is like it is a cool town. But like in Halloween, like I've only been there on Halloween once, and it was when I was in college. And I just remember it was like decked out, like it was like next level, and I'm really excited. I told Victor, I was like, we cannot go on the weekend. Like, I would sooner shoot myself. Like, I even think Friday is going to be pushing it a bit, but like it's just going to be mobbed on the weekend. I'm like, can you just take a day off work and we can just go during the week, even if it's a Friday? Like, it'll be better.
Yeah, it definitely will, because it'll be a little less touristy packed and stuff. Yeah. But I'm not a fan of crowds myself. But I can do things like the Ren Fair when there's lots of room that you can move around and mingle, and I do like StarCon festivals and things like that. It can be fine, but I don't like super dense crowds like concerts. I'm kind of over going to concerts these days.
I agree. Like, and there are like bands that I want to see, and I keep an eye on like when bands that I like are touring and stuff like that. But like actually going to the concert, I feel like I'm so old now. I'm like, I literally just want to sit off in the corner and be left alone. Like, I do not want to be. I made Victor. I felt so like, because there have been bands like the first time we saw Placebo, or the first time we saw like AFI, like when they were like, I mean, because but neither of those bands ever came around here, so I didn't get to see them until I was older. And I made Victor like come with me up to like be in front of the stage, and he was so miserable the whole time, and even like I was miserable the whole time. But I was like, I am not letting go of this experience, Victor. You have to support me. You're my husband.
There's a few that it's definitely worth it for sure. I agree. We have Red Rocks, nearby here, and it's just, that is the best place for concerts. Like, I don't like going to regular indoor venues. I hate going to arenas. Absolutely.
I hate arenas. I hate it so much. Yeah.
But Red Rocks is awesome, and the people are like relatively considerate, and I mean, there's just a really cool vibe there. Anytime I've gone, I've had like the best experiences every single time.
Man,
there's this season.
Look at that mug. That's a pretty mug.
I don't know if the camera's gonna focus. Yeah, my daddy got this for me, and it says Jennifer right here.
Yo, yes, it does.
So pretty cool. I'm loving it. So it's October. I promised him I'd wait till October to bust it out. So I have my witchy mug. He got one for my mom too that says Mama Fire.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this, and this last thing I'll say about this, but like there's this concert venue in Boston I just think you'll appreciate. And like it's a relatively new like concert venue, and it's like the best concert venue for adults ever because it's got so much open space in it.
Does it have lots of bathrooms?
It has a ton of fucking bathrooms,
Yes.
and you can get a special little pass that gives you access to a special room where you have your own bar and your own bathroom, and it's never busy. It has couches and stuff where you can go and sit down. And I was like, and like when Victor and I went, like it was we had like the area that we were assigned was like literally directly outside that room, and it was like this open area, and I was like, I just want to stand here. I have so much room. I'm not surrounded by people. I'm like, I'm an old lady going to concerts now. I'm like, this is the best. Like, I never want to go back. Like, I just want to be like up high on the balcony. I just want to be left alone, look down, have my room with a bar over here. That's it. That's all I want.
I love this. This definitely gets my approval. Part of the problem I've always had though going to concerts, especially if it's a floor, just like a big open crowd floor kind of thing, is I'm so short. I'm a shorty McShortyton.
Yeah.
And I can't freaking see over people. And then people start raising their arms because, you know, you're in the mood of celebrating, you know, and I can't freaking see a thing. And it kind of sucks because I get, sometimes there are several concerts. Like I saw Queensryche between the heads of two guys. Like,
yeah,
like,
that sucks.
They're trying to see Jeff Tate. You know, he's one of my favorite singers of all time. Barely, yeah, that kind of shit just ruins it for me. And I'm over it. I'm like, you know, I'd rather just listen to the album in the safety of my own home unscathed.
That's why the balcony is good. You just get right up close to the balcony and then you just look down. It's like you're on high. You're like you're the aristocracy. Yeah. Exactly. Bot wants to know, how tall are you? Jennifer is short. I can confirm Jennifer is short.
I'm built low to the ground for speed.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to be doing channeled spirit boxes tonight, Jennifer, and this was your idea. I think this is a great idea. I've loved like I've seen a couple things about spirit boxes. Do you know anything about this?
I do. If this is the guy I'm thinking of, because I know there are some people who've kind of jumped on the bandwagon since, but I've been following a particular gent for several years who invented the spirit box that we're listening through. If this is the same guy, I don't know. It looks like his channel looks completely different, so I don't know if it's him or not. But he also sells them, I think. So it could be someone who bought it. But he had like this whole room set up. I watched him go through several incarnations of his spirit box. If you guys have ever watched any of those ghost hunting shows, I used to love ghost hunters. I was addicted. I always watched the ghost hunter marathons every Halloween and stuff, but I love those shows. And I love what's the other guy who's like freaking crazy and irresponsible, but he's hot. I've almost got his name. Zach.
Yeah. I went to his that was his haunted museum that I went to in Vegas, where I challenged the doll to a duel.
Oh. That was his music. He's horribly irresponsible, and so far, he's Ghost Adventures. That's right, John. But so far, he's been pretty good, and he's got the experience to get himself out of tight places. So I can appreciate that. But I love all that shit. So anyway, if you guys have ever seen that kind of stuff, you've seen them used as little boxes that like scan radio stations, so that spirits can pick words out, and you can ask questions, and it'll give you a live response. It's my favorite thing ever. This needs to be used all the time. I'm even hearing there are apps you can get for your phone.
Listen, maybe is this how we can channel Hitler? Do we even need to find a human being? Can we get a spirit box?
Well, I don't want to bring Hitler into my room.
I'll do it.
Those ghosts are present for you.
It.
Carlin, don't dabble.
I'll do it. I'll channel Hitler. I'll do it. I volunteer as tribute.
Oh my god. It's not as easy for them to talk. It's more easy to talk through a person. You get a lot more detailed conversative responses through a person. But you could, if he feels like coming forth, but you also have to be able to summon, and you know that takes practice. Because you never know what you're going to get. It could be just anybody saying that they're Hitler too, or whatever spirit, Elvis,
could
whatever
be a
you
faker.
want. Yeah, absolutely. As above, so below. Spirits are jerks, just like people are sometimes.
True. People are jerks. So, we picked out a couple things to kind of get us started from this channel. And Jennifer, you sent over 9/11 victims. I thought that was a pretty interesting one. And then
I just want to kind of finish off. Hold on, that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What this mechanism is, so people understand what this is. He took that kind of idea of the spirit box thing, and he turned it into and he used an amplifier. He used a bunch of copper wiring. He uses crystals. He does all kinds of things so that it amplifies and makes it easier for the spirits to speak, because they can use the energy that's there available to talk with longer sentences. You hear almost their real voices if they are able to use those. And it filters out the background noise, so you're not hearing like like in the background. It's just an echoey, clear sound. And he's worked on this thing for a very long time, and I've heard him do interviews with celebrities that have passed on. Not really interviews; they just do like quick little like drive-by sentences, basically, and say something. And so
Gilbert Gottfried is on the channel, so maybe it is the same guy that you're thinking of, Spiraling Monk.
He didn't. Well, this isn't channeling now, so let's be clear about that. This is not channeling. Channeling is when you welcome spirit to either come in and speak through you, or you speak for you. You connect with them with your own presence, with your own spirit and body. This is they are using this actual machine. So it's not you.
Can't you say the machine is channeling them?
I would say it's more of a machine. I would say it's more of like a microphone and an amplifier. It's like using a bullhorn.
All right. Well, what should we call it then?
It's just called a spirit box, I think.
Well, I definitely called it channeling in the title. So if anyone calls it channeling, it's my fault. I don't know how else to describe it to people. So sometimes we have to, fudge things a little bit.
It's just speaking with them, speaking with spirits.
All right.
The usual, like you do.
Well, we got this 9/11 victims one pulled up. I think that sounds interesting. I wanted to do Kurt Cobain because I'm a woman of a certain age and Jennifer is a woman of an older age, even though we don't like to...
Not that much older, sister.
We don't like to talk about that. That's all right.
I don't mind. I'm just badass, baby.
And then I found in the bowels of this channel demons, and I'm like, I can't resist a good demon channeling, Jennifer.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So which one should we start with? Ladies' choice.
I'm good with whatever. I watched. I didn't see the whole 9/11 one. I kind of skipped through it because I was running out of time, just to kind of check if it was legit. Yes, bot is correct. Carlin is 29 and I'm 30. Yeah, that's exactly. My girl. So, dealer's choice. Like, whatever you got pulled up, just go in the order you have them. Whatever.
Let's just start with the 9/11 victims one then. You said this one was okay, so let's get started.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
All right. Does anyone have an actual spirit box? I would love to have a spirit box.
I think it would be cool as hell. And there are people who have been dabbling with these things. But he actually has instructions for if you want to do this, how to set up your space, how to create safety, how to get rid of them if they start hanging around. Like he has a whole thing. This is nothing to play around with, people. Don't people, I got an app on my phone. I can talk to spirits. Maybe it's AI, maybe it's spirits, but please be careful. You never know when you open a door, you don't know who's going to walk through. So please be careful.
I wonder if I can find someone in Salem on Friday to sell me a spirit box, and then I can start dabbling in my spare time.
Just as long, it's like a Ouija board or any other tool. Say hello, say goodbye, set up your sacred space, keep them confined, tell them to leave when it's time to go.
Yeah, I should definitely not get a spirit box. Like you know exactly what would happen if I got a fucking spirit box. You know exactly. I would start playing around with it, and I wouldn't take it seriously. And then Victor would start playing around with it, and he wouldn't take it seriously. And all of a sudden, the whole house is going to be possessed.
And I would have to fly out there and exercise the whole house and Reiki all your dogs.
It's true. Donnie's going to get possessed with the spirit of Hitler.
Yeah, he'll be doing a live cast doing Roman salute.
All right, let's not give the dog any ideas. All right, let's let's get started. Captions there. Maybe we don't need captions.
Yeah, you don't. He's got everything typed out.
Oh, wow.
This gives me chills.
The
Yeah, the echo of it is super creepy. It really adds to it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's me, Cody, here. In today's video, I'll be attempting to get in contact with the spirit or spirits of the 9/11 attack. This comes at the request of so many of you in the comment section of last week's video, and I truly want to take the time just to thank all of you for leaving your suggestions. And I mean it when I say that we would have no sense of direction when it comes to finding out who to reach out to next if it wasn't for all your amazing suggestions that you all leave us. I personally haven't attempted to reach out to the spirits of the 9/11 attack before, so I don't know what to really look out for. So it's going to be more of an open session kind of night where we just open up the portal and we ask spirits if they know anything about the topic that we are discussing. And we also welcome any spirits that have been involved in the 9/11 attack to come on the session and speak if that's what they want to do. With all that being said, I'm going to start up the portal now and see what we can get coming through tonight. We're going to be using the manual method.
Jennifer, how do you start a portal? How does that work?
How do you start a portal?
Yeah, how do you start a portal? If I wanted to start a portal to talk
well,
to
he's referring to his machine. It's called
that's called the portal? Okay, yeah. Never mind.
And a portal also is an opening into the other realm to allow spirits to pass by. And yes, there is a way to open one if the actual kind of portal. Yes, there's a way to do that.
So he named his spirit box the portal?
I think it's appropriate. Yeah.
It's actually a great name, I have to say. I thought he was like actually opening like a portal with like a wand or something like that. I don't know.
He does do a ritual and prayer every time before he does a session. So he's probably welcoming and opening the portal to his portal. So portal. Yeah.
The manual method of spirit communication, which in this case is going to be radio stations that we are going to be using as the source audio. The noise decimator 2 allows us to control the audio so that the spirits come through in bursts, because if we don't control it, the reverb is going to get out of hand and it's just going to build and build and build. So with all that being said, I'm going to start up the portal now and see what we can get coming through for us tonight. Alex? Is Alex here with us tonight? Spirits, we are calling out to the victims of the 9/11 attack tonight. If there are any victims here that would like to come forward and tell us your experiences and whatever you're comfortable with, you can come through and use this device to speak.
Like they're repeating their experience.
Yeah.
You guys can use my energy. You can use the energy from the crystals here on the session too. Come on through, spirits.
The files, wow.
Oh my god.
If there are any victims here, could you come through and tell us what was it like when the planes hit the tower? Did you know what was going on? Phone? Do you guys have phones on the other side? How many spirits are here with us tonight? I can definitely feel we have a connection or two here in the room. Did you just say you're overwhelmed? If this is a victim coming through of the attack, I'd like to thank you so much for coming through tonight, and we appreciate whatever you could share with us about your experiences that day.
Wow.
About how we felt. Wow. That's a powerful message. I definitely feel like we're connected here with some spirits that were involved. Thank you all so much for coming through tonight. It means the world to me, George, and everybody watching this video.
I want to say George is one of his helper spirits.
Shift.
George is. Oh yeah, I think I saw something about him channeling George on the in one of the videos.
Yeah,
so,
like he's guides. One of. He calls on like archangels for protection, and then I think he has like a helper spirit that kind of is the monitor or the one that brings them through. But yeah, sort of like channeling Eric, where Eric helps his mom bring people through.
That makes sense. Why do you like? Are they're so like? It seems like the spirits are like reliving that day instead of like interacting with him now. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. He did ask them to tell us what it was like, and so they're kind of repeating what they were saying, what they were in the moment of. If these are spirits who haven't crossed over, they will still be feeling a measure of chaos, and maybe having that in, that recollection in their energy is they're just in it, If they have crossed over and they're just coming down to share, then they're just answering the question. They're just saying, this is what I was thinking. This is what I was, go do this, go forget the files. We need to get out of here. Like they're letting you hear that chaos that they were in.
That makes sense.
I don't know if we have some negative energies here with us too tonight. Your brother or mother, you can come through and use this device to leave messages to the world once again. If you have any family members or loved ones that you'd like to reach out to, please give us their name and we'll try our hardest to connect you with them.
Think about the phones we had in 01.
Oh yeah, for real.
Hi, who's this coming through? Could you tell us your name? Who is this? Could you tell us your name? Dave? I'm not sure if that's what I heard.
Whoa! You just said the clock is melting.
Oh wow.
What's time like on the other side? We get a lot of questions about how the other side works and how time works.
Time isn't real. If this ghost says time isn't real, I'm gonna like...
If any of you guys need to go up to the light and cross that bridge that George is always talking about, my spirit guide George is here in the room and he can help you guys up to the light.
Spirit guide, okay.
That goes for any spirit here with us tonight.
That's true. Everything hums.
Everything does hum. Wow.
I heard something about humming not too long ago. Was this what you were hearing that day as all the chaos was unfolding, or before the planes collided with the building? Who's telling you to move? Was this when everything was happening? I feel like we have some connections on the session tonight. I want to ask if there are any of you here that were victims of the 9/11 attack. Is there anything that you'd like to come through and say to your friends or family that you weren't able to tell them that day?
I wouldn't see a damn thing. I love them.
Wow.
You love them. Is this a message to your family?
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
Wow.
Did you just say you're proud of them?
Oh.
We'll make sure that your loved ones can hear all of the messages that you're leaving them through this device, spirits. Thank you for coming through and sharing your stories and experiences with us tonight.
Oh.
Wow, that was an emotional session.
Wow.
I'm going to really quickly film another session, so we're not going to end it just yet. I just want to see what else we can get on the Necrometer app. So I just plugged in my phone here, and we are going to open Necrometer and see what we can get.
I think this is his app, too.
Oh, he
all
made
right,
the app?
spirits,
Yeah, or
if you're here with us
worked
still...
with someone to make this app
What does it
available.
do? Is this the Spirit app? The Spirit
Yeah,
Box
this
app?
is one of them. Yeah, but I think this is the one that he developed or worked with someone to develop.
Bot is trying to download. I think this is a bad idea, Bot.
Bot had one on her phone.
If I'm not allowed to use the Spirit Box, you're definitely not allowed to use the Spirit Box.
Bot has all kinds of weird shit happening at where she lives. So like I think she's got portals all over the place anyway, so she may as well find out who's hanging around.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
And you'd like to come through and leave us some more messages, any messages for the world, you can come through and use the Necrometer app to do just that. We'll turn it to speech here. Okay. Oh, I think I need to turn mine. Yeah, I need to do that. Always turn your ringer on when you're using apps like this, or else sometimes the audio won't come through. Are there any spirits here with us tonight? I can hear you. Who is this? Is this somebody we were just talking to? I think I heard I'm Chase. Wow. Welcome, Chase. Camera. That's right, and it did write down camera, if it can focus there. Are there any messages that you have for the world, spirits? It's a little silent. I'm going to try to give them some audio really quick with this white noise feature here. That was a good example of this feature working. At least I believe that's what it's supposed to do. It is a white noise emitter. At least how I think it works in theory is we provide them with some white noise and it charges them up and allows them to manipulate that into the audio that you're hearing. We're going to close off the session. Is there anything that you'd like to say tonight? Wow, what an amazing session. I really enjoyed using Necrometer at the end there. I really enjoy using that app. It's a really innovative app that combines a lot of different ways to communicate with the spirits. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching today's video. And if you like this session, leave a like down below and be sure to subscribe for more awesome content.
Did he have any channelings or court recordings with Hitler?
No, he has no recordings with Hitler. I looked through all of his. He's got like a lot of fucking hip hop people, and I'm like, I don't care about this. I like what channelers never channel anyone cool.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, not somebody that you think would be cool, but you know.
I suppose some people think hip hop people are cool. I don't know. Like the whole thing is like, so I have a hard time with it because it's like I think some of the messages coming through are. So, do you think this is real? Is the question?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you think it's real?
Because I mean, he could fake it. You can fake anything, but I think it's real because I hear sometimes voices as well, and they sound a lot like that. It's kind of disjointed. Sometimes it's like, I think I was saying earlier, it's like a drive-by message, like, and they just say a few words, and you just have to be open and hear that message, and it's exactly how it sounds. But also you get different voices, and just the way that spirits use energy and technology to communicate has been documented for decades. So he's just trying to make it a little easier and more streamlined for them to do that.
I feel like what I struggle with in it is that it's just like, it's not like we're having a conversation. I mean, I think some of the messages are really emotional, and it's really emotional to hear just like, put the files down. We got to get out of here. Like all that stuff. And like the bravery thing at the end. Remember the bravery, not the the sadness. It's like, I mean, it's got to be like I imagine it would be like an uplifting experience. Maybe not uplifting is the right word, but like an emotional experience for family who had, who lost people in 9/11.
Yeah, there was there's sometimes when you get messages, it's things that only the listener would understand, the person that the message was intended for. And so one thing that validates him for me is he doesn't always understand what they're saying. He will just convey the message. He himself is just letting them talk instead of trying to insert meaning or insert to do the filter thing like we saw last week.
Do you know what I don't like about him though? Is he's speaking like, spirit, tell me what you think, spirit. I'm like, can you just talk normal? Like, like he's doing that psychic thing where the psychic's got like, tell me, woo. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like super chill. He's like really in the voice realm, man. Yeah, he's a little airy, a little hippy dippy, but I mean, if this is the guy that I think it is, like, he's gone through some shit, and so that's one of his methods for keeping calm in case something bad happens.
Okay.
But yeah, it does get a little like a little showy, I guess. It's oddly enough, it sounds almost showy. Yeah.
A little bit. Well, let's move on to Kurt Cobain, shall we? Are you excited about this one?
Oh yeah. Let's do Mr. Cobain.
Let's see what happened.
You were accepted, along with the whole Nirvana band, into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Are you here with us, Kurt?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Cody, here. Today we're going to attempt to reach out to the spirit of Kurt Cobain.
Communication.
Kurt was
do you Do you remember what Kurt Cobain sounded like?
Yeah, and that sounds very similar.
Can we? I'm gonna look up a video. You go ahead and talk. I just want to find a video of like Kurt Cobain interview or something like that.
Yeah, he had that kind of low tone. He was kind of stoner sounding.
I don't remember.
He always sounded really high, you know, and but I think maybe I was kind of saying this earlier. People who channel, this is what they're hearing, what they're hearing to convey to you. Sorry, it's been so dry here.
I feel the same way. Like it's very dry here. I totally hear you.
Ugh. Yeah. So this is like, what's cool about this is the spirits are talking directly. You're not going through a person. You're just hearing their voice, which I think is really cool. And I think it does sound like him. I remember when I heard like the Joan Rivers one, it sounded exactly like her because she had just passed away like about a month earlier. And who can forget Joan Rivers's voice, right? So just sounded exactly like her. And the other one too that sticks out was Robin Williams, and it sounded exactly like Robin Williams. And one of the things he said was, "I'm with Dad," and I was like, "Oh God, damn, man!" Yeah, it was crazy.
Man, I just want to listen to a little bit of a Kurt Cobain because I truly do not remember what he sounded like. Let's go with this one right at the top.
So I do a book show in Much, where talk to different,
do what?
A book show.
Oh.
Talk to different people about favorite books that you've read and how it's inspired you or what you learned from it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a book that that comes back to you every once in a while?
Yeah, well, I've read Perfume by Patrick Susskind about 10 times in my life, and I can't stop reading it. It's like something that's just stationary in my pocket all the time. It just doesn't leave me, and every time I'm bored, like I'm on an airplane or something, I read it over and over again. Because I'm a hypochondriac, and it just affects me. It makes me want.
All right, that's enough of Kurt Cobain on an interview to get a good sense of his voice.
Yeah, and when spirits are talking like this, they're speaking with the memory of how they sounded, because they don't have any of this anymore.
That's a fair point. All right, resuming.
Popular musician who played in the band Nirvana back in the 90s, and I've actually listened to some of his music. Today, I'm going to try to reach out to him, but before we get into it, I do need to state this quick disclaimer. Here on the Cody ITC channel...
Did you know that Kurt Cobain's daughter married Tony Hawk's son? I swear to God,
really?
they just had a kid. Yeah, they had a kid. Kurt Cobain's daughter and Tony Hawk's son.
Wow, 2 icons from the 90s.
Isn't that crazy?
That are grandparents.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Not dwelling on it.
No.
We connect with spirits using ITC devices. I can never be 100% sure who or what I'm connecting with, due to the fact that I cannot see spirits on the other side. This also means that I cannot see spirits who are choosing to use this device at any given time. I do not want to be potentially making false claims, so it is our job to try to discern for ourselves whether this is the spirit of who we indeed hope to be getting in contact with. With that being said, all sessions are carried out with the utmost respect for spirits and family. So now, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. Kurt, I know that you had a hard time handling all the fame and attention that came your way, but you don't have to be afraid here. There are so many people that are watching this right now that love you and who want to hear from you tonight. Are you here with us, Kurt?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you feel comfortable coming through and talking with us?
The
guide.
George.
The guy or the guide, I'm not too sure what you said. Are you talking about my spirit guide, George?
Yeah. Wow.
In 2014, you were accepted, along with the whole Nirvana band, into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It does sound like
God,
him.
I think.
It does, yeah.
You were were also listed in the greatest 100 songwriters of all time. Yeah, here on Earth. Guitar, do you still play guitar on the other side, Kurt?
You just said there.
Wait, what'd you just say, Jennifer? Hang on.
He just said there's no guitar where he is, and he's like,
know.
"Oh, did you play guitar?" I'm like, dude.
Why do you think he said he's like dead? He's just like dead.
That's his experience. He's like, there's nothing. I'm just dead. So everybody's going to have their own experience crossing over. And he may have, I would assume have gone through his download and all the stuff, his review. And after that, if you don't seek out something else to do, you just float around. There's nothing, it is what it is. You can go do all kinds of different things. That's a whole nother conversation. But for him,
what can you do?
You can go anywhere you want. Your spirit. You're incorporeal. You are faster than light. You're the speed of thought. You can go anywhere in the universe.
God.
Do anything, see anything. Yeah, take a vacation for, 1,000 years and go check out other planets, galaxies. Like that's what I would imagine. I mean, it just like logically kind of sounds like that should be able to be something you can do. I can't imagine they would contain you unless you're being punished, which I've also heard happens.
Why would you be punished though?
I know he said there wasn't punishment, but there is a place called the Chaos.
The Chaos.
The Chaos Dimension. The Void. It's kind of like you need a timeout because we don't trust you to reincarnate, or like you've gone sour, and so they're just kind of giving you a timeout in a way. And it's sort of like, because I talked to someone who remembers being there, and it was like, he said it was like a maze that you could never get out of. It was just very confusing, but it's like a chaos realm.
What do you have to do to go there? I never want to go there.
I don't know exactly. I just imagine you're just very naughty.
Like Hitler level naughty, or is
Hitler had a purpose though. He was fulfilling an agreement. There's a difference. It's people that, because we are in a free will galaxy, but there are some, I do believe that there are spirits that are truly evil, and given the chance would cause problems. If it's going against the fulfilling of purposes is basically the one thing you might get punished for.
That makes sense.
Yeah, really trying to fuck up things that the agreements that are around you, and you maybe you come in to screw that up on purpose, and you're not supposed to do any of that, whether corporally or spirit wise. I think that going against the plan of things, and also interfering with the purpose of what the planet is for. Like I know Earth is an educational sort of facility, and it's also a record keeping facility. But as far as other planets, there's other planets with other purposes. And if you start going and screwing up things like that, they may need to confine you and just give you some time to think about it.
Go sit in the corner and think about your behavior for millennia.
Calm your shit down. Yeah.
You are not fucking this up for the rest of us.
Exactly. Quit pissing in the pool water. We would like to swim here.
This is exactly what I was talking about on my stream earlier. Like, people are like, Carlin, do you really want like an authoritarian? I'm like, well, sometimes people need rules, and sometimes people need to be told, stop fucking things up.
Yeah.
Just like time out. I do not time out. Like, stop. And you know what? Maybe that requires a fascist dictator, Jennifer. Maybe sometimes we just need a little fascism in our lives to unscrew up all of society.
I would say it requires a good leadership and wise leadership that people can listen to. But honestly, what's screwing us up right now is miscommunication and purposeful miscommunication.
Yeah. I triggered someone by saying good morning this morning. I'm like, can we just stop? Can we just stop? Okay, never mind.
That was hilarious.
They don't let you play guitar. Spirits have come through before saying that they don't let them do stuff on the other side. Who are these people, and why don't they let you play guitar? Is there a reason for this, Kurt?
Oh, you can't play in the quiet zone.
I think I heard something about a quiet zone. I know you came through and left other replies too, but I would really like to know what a quiet zone is. I think it could answer some of the questions relating to why spirits can't really do particular things on the other side.
Only certain spirits.
I know that you looked up to the Beatles growing up as a big inspiration to you. Have you met up with John Lennon on the other side, Kurt?
He interviewed John Lennon too.
You're happy? That's beautiful, Kurt. You had a wife at the time and a daughter. Do you have any messages for Francis or Courtney? I know that you had a drug addiction.
Yeah, I think Courtney's
you started out smoking marijuana, which then...
What was that? Sorry.
I think Courtney's into this kind of shit. She's probably been in contact with him.
Oh, I'm sure that definitely sounds like something she'd do.
And escalated into heroin. Do you remember the day you died, Kurt? I believe you were found dead with a gun in your hand and a note. And I just want to quickly interject and say, many people say, how do you get so clear replies? And I have a video on that I already did, how to get crystal clear replies. But one of the other popular questions people ask me is, Cody, how do you get your replies to come through with not much interference in between, not much garble? We use a noise cancellation pedal which cancels out a lot of the just miscellaneous static and noise that comes through, along with using spirit boxes. But what you see on screen, along with almost every other spirit box channel on YouTube, is clips from the session. So there's probably, if I were to put up the whole session, it would be 20 times longer than this video, just because there's so much garble and stuff in between and inaudible stuff. And to make it easier for you guys to actually watch the videos and get the messages that Kurt is leaving us, the videos are edited down to the replies only and not just the miscellaneous stuff that comes through. This makes it easier for you guys to watch, and I also thought I'd bring that up to just let you guys know a little bit how it works, because I know it looks like the replies come through left and right on the channel. It's not actually how it works. I actually have to edit the videos down to get all of the silence out in between and all of the miscellaneous stuff that comes through. So yeah, that is how it works. It's not just like some magical device you're going to get replies coming through and you're going to have a conversation back and forth really quickly. It's really not how it works. All spirit box channels on YouTube have cuts in their videos, and that's just to make it easier for you guys to watch, so you don't have to spend 20-30 minutes on a video with silence, random garble, and trying to distinguish what is actually a reply and what isn't. This may be a hard question to answer, but and if it is a hard question, then please don't answer it. But do you feel regret for what you did that day, Kurt?
Always.
I know you said in the letter that you left the world that you loved your fans. Do you have any messages for your fans who are watching right now?
It's my fault.
Wow.
I don't want to overwhelm you with this information, but I did want to tell you that even though you've crossed over, your legacy still lives on. Your audience continues to grow day by day, and they all love you very much, Kurt. One of your songs recently hit 1 billion views on YouTube.
Wow!
Kurt is not really coming through on these settings anymore, so I'm going to switch to the Signal Spirit Box app, and that app, if you want to download it, will be in the description down below, but we're just going to try that out now, because usually when spirits...
Go ahead, sorry.
Because he says he's going to use the Signal Spirit Box app. I know he developed an app. I'm not sure if it was that Necro channel, whatever, or if it was Signal Spirit Box or whatever it was. But I know he did one. I don't know. I'm just trying to not give bad information because I honestly can't remember.
We can look in the channel app. I'm sure it'll have that information.
Oh yeah.
Leave like this after a certain amount of time. They're usually gone, but I want to see if he has anything else he wants to say before we completely end the session. All right, so we have the Signal Spirit Box set up right now.
That's funny.
You have to edit some of the settings. Kurt, are you here with us tonight? Are you still here with us tonight, Kurt?
I don't like this. I don't like it.
And you see, guys, noise like this is the kind of noise that I'm telling you about that comes through most of the time. It's irrelevant. It's miscellaneous. I typically don't leave that in the video because I know that's not what you guys come to hear. Yeah, there may be some messages in there, but it's not clear enough to even bother trying to decode it. So I only leave the clear messages that come through. And also take into consideration, this is a different Spirit Box app, so it doesn't sound like the one we were currently using before. Kurt, do you have any final...
24 hours sleep. Actual time is 8 p.m.
Kurt, do you have any final messages for your fans?
Right there below the border.
I have to have my hand on the volume here. It gets really loud. Is Kurt still here? Well, guys, I'm not too sure. I thought I could maybe get Kurt to come through on the Signal app, but I think he is completely gone to wherever he needs to be on the other side, meaning, you know, there's nothing I can really do right now to get him to come through, but we can try to get Kurt to come through again. And once again, I'm not sure who I'm speaking to on the other side, but I will review the footage and see if what they say lines up with their life. If they answered questions accurately, that's how we can tell, and if we can discern who we're actually speaking to. Because if a spirit can't come through and answer any questions relating to their life, relating to anything we're asking them with, well, then that's, you know, that's when you can typically say, okay, maybe that wasn't the spirit that we were trying to get in contact with. But that's all up to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments.
That seems to be the end of Kurt Cobain. I thought that was great.
That was probably the most thorough interview. I haven't checked his channel in ages. That's definitely the most thorough, long back and forth I've seen.
So you said you thought that he was in purgatory. So what do you think was going on?
You know, he was saying there were thousands of people just standing in a room and he wasn't allowed to make any noise. It was like a quiet room. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know all the things, that happened over there. But I mean, I know that purgatory isn't a place necessarily that you are sent to. Sometimes it's a place you go just because you want the quiet and the dark and you just want to just feel the experience of not existing, which is
feel the experience of not existing. What does that mean?
Damn it.
You exist.
You exist, but you're not interacting with anything. You're just...
Is it like a sensory deprivation?
Yeah. Okay. Like that. I was just going to say, you're in one of those dark tanks. Yeah, kind of like that. You're just, alone in your own thoughts. Now, he said there was thousands in this room. Is it an actual room? I mean, he's going to use language that makes sense to us. So I doubt that there's actually a giant room out there where people are standing around, but it's probably feels that way, and it's the best way he can explain it. But yeah, it sounds like just a quiet place to just go, which sounds nice, actually.
I mean, that kind of sounds like, could he leave the room? He could leave the room if he wanted, right?
Well, he obviously did to come and do this.
Yeah.
So, but, also... we're not hearing the entire story, what happened to him after. The guy was like, are you playing guitar over there? And he's like, well, they don't let me in the quiet room. And He might just be there, and who knows, maybe that's where you're getting your life download. Maybe that's where you're getting your review, and it's sort of like a direct connection. You're just, but you don't want any other noise in the back. So who knows what exactly that is? That'd be an interesting thing to explore.
Boom ass. Is that why spirits are very angry in purgatory? Their peace has been disturbed.
I wouldn't say that they're always angry. Some are. I think some of them are mad because they don't want to be there. But yeah, if you're disturbing their peace, they're going to have a tantrum, and they don't have anything to regulate that. They are pure energy, so they're just going to come right at you if you piss them off.
What does that mean that they're going to, like, how does a spirit tantrum work?
A spirit tantrum? I think it depends on the spirit. You can have a poltergeist activity where it just has a tantrum through your whole house and fuck shit up, or you have something where it's just you're just feeling the bad feeling. It's making you physically ill, making you physically distressed, emotionally distressed. If it's mad at you, you're gonna know you're not gonna feel right. It's not gonna feel good. And it might attack you, or and that's if that's what that spirit chooses to do. Not all of them do that. There's not one formula for everybody.
All right.
Well, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, no, it does. I am excited to listen to the demon spirit box. This one's a little bit longer. This is like, oh no, it's only 17 minutes. I thought it was longer. Maybe it was the hell one that was longer. There are a couple other ones we might want to listen to if we have some extra time. Like there's a hell spirit box. There's a John Lennon spirit box. There's I think I saw an alien spirit box. We can cross that. Do you want to do the alien spirit box after this, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, let me find the alien spirit box. I know I saw it. I'm gonna pull that up. But let's listen to the demon spirit box. And this is one of the oldest ones on the channel. And so I'm hopeful it's gonna be really, really good and really, really creepy.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video.
Look, it's so old
Today
school.
we have the portal, and I'm going to be doing an EVP session with that and the SCD2 spirit box. I also have another device which I built over here. I have to keep it away from the other electronic devices because it might break them. I know it messes with the lights in my room when I turn it off and on, but pretty much what it is, it's an energy generator. It's completely safe. It just messes with the electronics in my room sometimes when I have it on. It'll change the brightness of my lights mostly. I have that, and the theory is that spirits might be able to gain energy from that. And it emits a very high amount of energy in the room. Don't worry, it's safe. But with my EMF meter, I can't even come anywhere in the room without it going all the way up to red. So that's just how much energy this device is giving off. And I want to see if it'll help the spirits communicate tonight. So tonight's session, we're going to be talking about maybe a little bit of an iffy one. We're going to be talking about demons.
Yeah.
I'm personally curious as to what these things are, if they actually exist and all of that. So I want to see if the spirits have anything to say about demons tonight. I just finished filming a session about extraterrestrials because of all the extraterrestrial stuff in the news lately. I wanted to see what the spirits had to say about that, but unfortunately,
does it say what year this is?
I wasn't able to record
this was,
it.
I think, 4 years ago.
Okay. All right,
I think
cool.
so. 4 years ago. Yeah.
All right. So just
go ahead.
What do you think demons are, Carlin?
I guess, like, how I have them conceptualized, and this could be completely wrong, I think that demons are, like, created from negative human energy that is channeled and it becomes a being of some sort. Am I completely crazy about that?
That's an interesting idea. I think that could be a form of a type of one. Yeah, sure.
What do you think it is?
Well, honestly, I think the word is a catch-all phrase for anything associated with the devil or hell or evil entities. Like, it's just a catch-all phrase for me. Like, I don't think demons, I do believe that some demons are not bad. I think just because you're a darkling, I think just because you're born a thing or created as a thing doesn't mean you are always negative. I think there are some helpful, because they have a purpose to fulfill, right? Everything does. Excuse me. So I think some of them can be more benevolent. They tend towards trickster type things, negativity, harm, usually feeding off bad energy. That's why a lot of people, if they have a demon around, they're scared because they feed off of the fear energy. They feed off of that. But some may not be as bad as others. Some may be, I don't want to say like your buddy the demon, but I mean, like, there's all different kinds. Like, just because you're born of the light doesn't mean you're a nice or good person either. You can be a trickster and still be a light being. I've met several.
I guess so. I mean, again, I guess that makes sense. I just have a hard time. This feels like the beginning of some sort of like movie, like The Benevolent Demon or something like that. Like the demon with the heart of gold. I mean, it's like I just have a hard time believing it that the demon is gonna be like, okay, you might be a very nice demon, but stay the fuck over there. Like,
yeah, you definitely want to handle with care. You don't want to just be like, that's my friend Beelzebub. Like, you don't want to go that far.
I sometimes on Instagram, I get served all these like weird alien videos on Instagram, and for some reason I've started getting served like octopus videos on Instagram, and I one time got one where like this guy found this little blue ring octopus, and it's like this tiny little thing, and it got sent to a pet store by accident. The pet store was going to kill it because the blue ring octopus, which is really poisonous, and so the guy adopted it, and he brought it home, and he didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway, and because he didn't want it to die and suffocate and all this stuff, and so he took it in as a pet, and it's like this little poisonous entity, but like you could see, like he gave it a good life. It played around the tank. It was like, it figured out how to open stuff, and the guy couldn't touch it or pet it or anything. Like normal. Do you know you can pet normal octopuses?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. There's a guy that I watch that has like pet octopuses that he is it octopi. Anyway, that he handles them, and they know him, and he feeds them treats and stuff, and
they know how to open jars and get into things. And so, but this one wasn't one of the touchy ones. And then at the end of the video, he showed the death of the blue ring octopus and how it all kind of like shut down. And I was like,
oh God. Yeah.
But it was like the demon with the heart of gold, the blue ring octopus with the heart of gold. Like,
it is what it is. It's not its fault that it was born a poisonous octopus. It's just is a poisonous octopus. And you don't need to, you want to respect them. You don't want to, reject us. They're serving a purpose in nature, just like anything that we're not supposed to touch, or that's like great white sharks. They're pretty awful, but they serve a purpose. Just respect their place in nature. And I feel the same way about any entity. They have a place in nature. Now, if you start fucking with me, we're gonna tangle, and we're gonna have some issues, and I'll get rid of your ass. But you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. But I mean, some evil entities aren't evil. Some demons are just very sad. Some of them are remorseful. Some are mournful. Some are just, they're weak and sad, and they don't mean any harm, but they're not good, but so there's all different kinds of things. It's like I said, it's a catch-all phrase for different kinds of entities, usually negative, usually bad. Yes. But just leave them do their job. Don't poke the anthill, let them do their thing and leave them alone. Unless they start messing with you, then fucking get rid of them. Because that's not okay.
No. Unacceptable, demons. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because my computer, for the first time ever, decided it wanted to record the audio from my computer instead of my microphone. So I don't have the audio for that. So tonight, the topic is going to be around demons, and I'm going to focus on making a new extraterrestrial EVP session, maybe another night. So I'm going to start the SCD2, and we'll get straight into it. Hello, is anybody there?
Yo!
I hope you guys aren't too upset that I'm doing another session here. I'm not going to make it about the same topic because I know you guys might find it boring having to repeat yourselves, but I wasn't able to record that last session, so tonight's session is going to be about demons if you want to talk about that.
was very loud. So do you guys want to talk about demons tonight? See what you can tell all your fans about demons?
Now, with that, we're going to do is
This is crazy.
I'm going to turn on this device that I built here that emits energy. Can you please tell me if it helps you? I just turned it on. To use it, you can just put your hand on it, or you should just be able to be inside the room and get quite a bit of energy from it. Does this device help you?
They're all complaining about the volume.
That sounds familiar, right?
This is like an average stream when everyone in the chat is fucking complaining about the volume.
Can you turn this up? Can you turn that down? Yes.
It's deeply, deeply, deeply familiar to me.
As above, so below. Oh my god.
Does this device help you?
Listen, guys.
Alright, well you can experiment with this new device and find out how to use it. Should be very straightforward and simple, but if it helps you, that's great. I also have another one that I can build if you can just verify with me that it helps you. Alright, are you guys comfortable talking about demons tonight? Alright, so my first question is, do demons use the portal to try to come through and talk to us, or in some cases try to possess us? I know I've had a demon or something evil before try to come through and say, possess me, or something like that, which I will link a replay right here of that. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Is there anything you want to say before I go?
If you possess us,
so that did happen in the past. I was wondering, do demons actually try to come through these kinds of devices to possess us or communicate?
Whoa. See, that's not a good demon, Jennifer.
There are some really bad ones out there.
how this is
Do demons try to communicate with us through these devices and spirit boxes?
but it takes place. Wait to see what happens.
So I think he said wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think so too.
So does that mean that they can come here and possess us?
That's something to
Oh, that's good.
I would like to.
That's good. Can you tell me anything you might know about demons?
realize. Here's the word. Whatever you do.
Has a demon ever contacted me through one of these devices before? Do you know if that's ever happened?
These are so clear though, and so kind of like menacing.
Yeah. Well, this is just his normal spirit buddies that he talks to.
What's that noise?
I seduce you.
Jeez, I hope that's not a demon.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. What was that noise?
The portals of hell are opening.
Who's that scary voice that keeps trying to come through? Is that a demon?
It's just Bob. The demon Bob.
It's just Bob.
I'd rather not be talking to a demon right now. Is that a demon on the other end of this portal?
Oh, I totally would talk to one.
See, if you get to talk to a demon, I get to talk to Hitler, Jennifer.
You
This
can
isn't fair.
totally do that, yeah.
Jesus.
You need to have a spirit guide that can go and get them for you. That's how you summon them.
Oh, that's a good point. I need to work on that.
Mm-hmm. Get on it.
Yeah.
Alright, well that leads me to an interesting question. On the other side, do demons have scary appearances, or do they just look like one of us?
You'll never recognize them.
Well, I mean, they're non-corporeal. They can appear as they wish.
Do you think you've ever met a demon? Like that was like causing harm or doing damage or something?
Yeah. I've definitely met some malevolent spirits.
What did it look like?
Well, I don't see very well. Like I can see things. Mostly for me it's shadow, or I get a sensation. I have seen things that look very disturbing. I would say it was disturbing. Large head, brown body. There's those little imps I was telling you about that I saw in my apartment that one night when the gargoyle visited me. Remember that story?
When the gargoyle visited. That makes total sense then.
So, I mean, I guess you could call them sort of demonic denizens in a way. So I did get a sense of how they looked. But I mean, the typical devil thing, like how demons look like red with beards maybe, or horns or whatever. That's an artistic interpretation, so any kind of spirit is normally, it's just it's the feeling that you can identify them with, maybe what they say if they're possessing someone. But I did tell you, I saw that one that was a golem that was like a green, gooey cloud. Yeah, so they do keep in mind that things that are of darkness will be of darkness, will appear dark, will appear menacing. There's some bad shadow entities out there, the red eyes, things like that. I mean, we are afraid of certain things stereotypically for a reason. It is a survival kind of thing. Like, when you see that, it's time to run. So yeah, it's instinctual.
Fair enough.
4 more weeks.
4 demons.
Yeah, Boomer
I did go to the graveyard tonight to go and visit my...
Yeah, they can change into... Do they look normal? Or do they look like... You remember when we watched Dracula and Dracula turned into his normal human form, but he still kind of looked like Dracula, but he looked like a human? Is it like that?
Yeah, they can change whatever, like how they want you to see them. Any spirit should technically be able to do that, because again, they're non-corporeal. So they're going to present to you how they want to, unless you have a strong enough filter where you can see through the disguise or the what am I trying to say? Their foolery, their trickery. But yeah, and it depends on their purpose. But yes, absolutely.
Is that what Dracula did when he was presenting himself as human?
Well, he was human,
but he changed forms a lot.
He did, because his purpose was to change it into the form of the bat to be super scary, that bat costume and the
then
wolf
sometimes
costume.
He was really old.
So, and that was because he was depleted of blood.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so as he was gorging himself on the Demeter on the way to England, he became younger. He bursts out and all of a sudden he's young, hot Gary Oldman.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I know it's just a movie, it's not real life, but you know, you never know.
Yeah. They will change form. It does depend on their purpose. And again, it takes a skilled person. It's more of a sense that you can tell if they're bad or good. Just like with people, you can tell if someone's like got your best interest at hand or if they're dicks. You can kind of get that feeling.
Fair enough.
Great grandmother and great grandfather, I did tell any spirits that if they want to come back and talk to me using the portal, they could. Do we have any spirits with us here from tonight?
It'll be too late to catch me. What was your name?
Do we have any spirits here from the graveyard tonight?
I think they're all talking at once sometimes, and that's why it gets too loud.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, someone's fucking with the volume. That's hilarious.
I'll fight to see you What's not like
King Demon.
Maybe.
So back to my earlier question, I don't know if it was answered or not. Do demons have a scary physical appearance on the other side, or do they look like one of us?
There's the gate of hell opening again.
Do they look like scary gargoyle creatures like everybody depicts them?
We're listening to demons through a spirit box. No big deal.
Sort of the demons are talking, but...
The empty streets without talking. Get out.
Alright, I'm getting a little bit scared now. I hear crinkling in the corner of my room, which could be nothing. It could be a mouse or something, but I thought it was my parrots, but it's not. If there's anybody playing with something in my room, I'd like to respectfully ask you not to, because that's a little bit scary.
Don't do that.
But back to what I was saying, do they look like gargoyle creatures, or are they just like normal people?
I mean, both.
Red like a devil.
They can look both, like both. There's some that are more human and some that are more bestial.
Maybe about what happened. He's your army.
Alright, and so is there anything in particular you want to just say about demons? Is there anything you want the world to know about demons that they should know?
A fire in the house.
Oh, dude.
Yo.
Quinn Williams.
There's some creepy voices in there.
Yeah. I really don't like these voices at all. Like almost the whole video, honestly. They protect the normal human.
Any information at all would be very helpful, both for me and your fans watching.
Aww.
Or at least they'll leave it alone.
Alright, and so for my last question, I wanted to ask you if, do demons go out and look for people to possess? Or do people invite demons into their life? Is that how people get possessed? Do demons just go out there looking for people to possess? Or do we have to invite them into our lives?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
The kids knew.
Do we have to invite them into our lives somehow?
No, he's using the guitar pedal. Hang on. Pause. Isn't the guitar pedal like a noise reduction thing or something? The guitar pedal is part of the setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like an extra effect or anything. Like it's part of the setup. Rogue support is like they're fucking around. I'm like, well, maybe, but.
Do we have to invite demons into our life for them to possess us?
He's engineered it, bro.
Like you, that's true.
Whoa!
Is there anything you want to say to all the viewers, all your fans?
Using a form that wrap this patient. Don't want to know.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry. I'll be back in about 3 to 4 days. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a resting time. But you don't have to be. You don't have to worry. I'll be back.
You know what? That friend had a website. So all this kick out.
Like, all right. Bye.
I love saying that. Oh, that might have been one.
A good demon, a demon with a heart of gold.
All right, well, I'm going to turn off the portal now, okay?
Oh my
Good
God.
night. It was nice talking to you.
Wow.
Whatever it is, whatever it is.
Do you want to say goodnight to the fans watching?
Screw the fans.
You want to say goodnight to your fans?
That is so spooky.
That's so creepy.
Okay, well, I don't really like that sound, so good night.
He needs
Thank
to
you for
clear
being
his
with us.
freaking room now.
Get out. Get out. Demon.
All right, so that is going to be the end of tonight's session, guys. So thank you for sticking with me to the end, and till next time. Thank you for watching.
So I want to clarify something about those critters.
Okay.
So again, as above, so below. In nature, there's many different species, so, and the same thing with spirits. So in demonic world, angelic world, light workers, dark workers, light beings, and darklings, there's several different kinds of entities. Some of them are simplistic spirits that may be like akin to a moth or akin to a bird. And then there's some that are more complex, just like in physical life, we get more complex physical life as well. And there's also your lawful side and your chaos side. And I'm sure there are varying degrees of that as well. Have you ever seen those memes where it shows like lawful good, chaotic good, and it has like different character faces showing the like what that means. Like Jack Sparrow is always chaotic neutral or something like that. Yeah, so there are those levels as well. Now, the only critters over there that really scare me are the chaotic evil. Chaotic evil is is it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I'll have nothing to do with it.
Chaotic and evil.
Yeah, chaotic evil is like the worst because they don't care. They don't give a fuck, and they will do whatever they want to do. They're random, they're self-serving. They are generally powerful because they will just suck off anybody, and they're the ones that cause, I think, the most damage and harm. More of the lawful evil ones are the ones that I've interacted with, have been very respectful. Many of them don't mess with light workers because they respect the balance. They are serving a purpose, just like light workers are. And as a light worker, I have that that respect level, I guess, for them and from them. I respect them. They respect me. I don't go into their yard. They don't come into mine. If we interact, it's usually very polite, usually. But the chaotic evil isn't like that. It will go anywhere and it will hurt anything it can because it thinks it's funny or it's delicious. So I just kind of wanted to clarify that. Same thing with good spirits. There's some good spirits that are really helpful and sweet and kind. There are some that'd rather be left alone. There are some that, again, bumblebee kind of energy or a bird of prey energy. Like, it's all different levels of complexities. I think some of the orbs that we see are more in that zone. Some of them are complex spirits that just happen to be in their orb form. Some are just little sprites, buzzing through, zip, 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 doing their thing, whatever. So I don't know if that sounded more confusing, but I know I said like they protect the innocent. The lawful ones do. Chaotic don't give a fuck. So careful with those. Don't get involved in those. Those are bad.
Like what might a chaotic one do? Like,
well, they have no respect level for anything. So imagine, I guess, to put it into physical terms, imagine you have like a homeless person come off the street with a gun and hold you and your family, basically at gunpoint, so they can put their muddy boots on your table. They can go through your food. They can do whatever they want to do, maybe graffiti the inside of your house. They start cutting up your furniture. They just make a mess of everything, and they're gross. But now they can also physically hurt you. Maybe they decide to cut you up a little bit. Think about a lot of the serial killers are very chaotic, evil, because they don't have that control, area of the brain that tells them this is not how to be. Put that into an energy and set it loose, and it can be very destructive and frightening.
That's crazy. I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, that's the only one that scares me, is the chaotic evil.
Man. All right, well, I did find an alien one. Should we do the alien one, Jennifer?
Yes.
Aliens take over my ghost box. Hang on. Let's get it.
Awesome. I was so excited for this.
Let's see. He's got good lighting on this one. That's good.
That's pretty.
Have you met God on the other side?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Is Satan behind this whole COVID-19 virus?
Is Satan behind COVID? Jesus.
Influences.
No.
I agree. There's evil influence going on, not necessarily with the virus itself, but
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think there is evil influence in how it was engineered and how it was spread and the fear that came because of it and how they controlled us.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's just like, to specifically call it Satan, I'm just like, can we not?
Yeah, again, they're going to use the language that's the easiest for people to understand.
Yeah, but I know, but I feel like it reinforces these ideas that, like, I know are not correct, you know are, and even they know are not correct. Like, this guy knows these ideas are not correct, but he does it anyway to appeal to, like, the lowest common denominator that can't fathom anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Using the common language, instead of being more specific or precise. Yeah, I know. Satan was definitely behind that. Oh, Lasai.
No, and here we go. Now we got a whole band of Christian crusaders going, we are literally fighting Satan, doing God's. It's like, come on, seriously, come on.
As we learned a few weeks ago, Satan is a construct.
Yep, Satan is a construct. Exactly, not real, just like time.
Human? Are you talking about me? Why are you not human? Like you said, I'm alien. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Cody here, and today we have some Class A spirit communication for you guys. And also, towards the end of the video, we have a self-proclaimed extraterrestrial who comes through, speaking in a very weird voice. Unlike anything we've heard on the channel before. I'm not sure if this is because they don't naturally speak English, or if this is just how aliens sound. But either way, it was still very interesting, and they reveal potentially important information about themselves in this video, which may help those who are interested in aliens and who may be researching extraterrestrials. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. I ask that if there are any spirits here, if you could please come through and use this device.
Talking with this helmet.
Can you guys use this device for us?
It moves us.
It moves us. Do you like using this? Touch. You want me to touch this so you can use my energy?
George.
I love how they know
Can I
George.
change a setting for something easier for you to use?
With the man.
They're talking. I can hear you. Thank you for coming through.
I need to get better contact.
Have you met God on the other side?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Wait, what did you just say?
I think she's swearing, like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like saying, you saw Jesus. No.
No, just, they're asking about God. Jesus Christ.
Again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm very happy you got to spoke to Jesus.
Got to spoke.
Oh.
What did you guys talk
about
about?
making fun.
Family. What else did you talk about? That was a message. I'm not too sure what you said, but I will hear you later. I really appreciate you for coming through. Is Satan behind this whole COVID-19 virus? Influences.
I think he is Christian oriented.
I'm sure he does influence.
Yeah.
Just as he influences every other negative thing going on in the world.
Yeah, that's definitely Christian influence.
Yeah.
Thinking of Satan disrupts the peace. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
To understand the
What is this weird feeling that's just taken over this whole household? Is that you guys trying to warn us of something?
Some kind of,
Can you guys tell me what you're trying to show me right now?
and we'll see.
I will see. Does it have to do with us in the beginning of fall right now? Spirits have been warning of the COVID-19 virus coming back hard in the fall. Warned us of a surprise in autumn not too long ago. Is the surprise in autumn still happening?
Wait, when was
I
this?
think so.
Yeah, when was this?
When was this? That's the good question. 4 years ago in so this was, yeah, it says, well, this was released in September of 2020, so yeah. What happened in, well, I guess maybe we'll find out.
Is this surprise in autumn COVID-19 coming back? Entire winter. Wow. Is there going to be a vaccination for it? sickness. Yeah,
A
is
lot
there
of
going to
places were
be a
shut down till
vaccination
21.
for the virus?
Sorry, go ahead. Again.
Weren't a lot of places like still in lockdown till 21?
Oh yeah,
almost and 22.
Oh
part
yeah,
of 22. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That was a direct reply about the virus, guys. And is that what we have to worry about?
Is 2020 gonna be different?
Is 2020 gonna be different? Well, I hope so. What do you guys think?
Alien. Where's the alien?
Do you guys think 2020 is gonna be different? Something about strength? Are God's people going to be safe from this virus?
Aw.
What if you could give up your promise and help?
Aliens. Thank you.
Finally.
That's all we care about. Aliens.
Human? Are you talking about me? Why are you not human? Sound like you said I'm alien. We've had aliens claim to come through here before, and we've had spirits come through talking about aliens before. Do aliens kill people?
This is the guy.
Are you a spirit or an alien?
No, aliens are not human, correct? Oh. Bad
This reply is very interesting because there have been multiple theories and reports from all around the world suggesting that specific alien species are running low on the required genetic materials to reproduce.
Do you think aliens are harmful, Jennifer?
No, I think, again, that's a generalization. Some are not. And what he is talking about with some aliens running out of genetic material is, well, I'll just say it's true. I mean, this is DISENRAGE. We can talk about the woo as if it's all real because I live in that world and I think it's real.
Yep.
There's some, like, for instance, the Greys, I believe, is one of them. They say that they are cloning, and the clones are not they're not as successful anymore because they don't have any fresh DNA, and it's like clones of clones, and it's breaking down. So that's one of the reasons they harvest us, because they're trying to get fresh material. It's one of the reasons they experiment with making hybrids, and they're not the only ones. There's a few, but they're the ones that I know of the most, or at least know the most about. And there are different Greys. There's tall, skinny ones. There's the little guys. I think it's the little guys that are the clones. Some of them say they're trying out robotics, but they just like the organic stuff better. But also it works for long distance travel as well, to have a cloning situation going. Some of them have lost their ability to procreate, so they didn't have a choice. They have to get into something like creating, test tube babies and stuff like that. So that is all. And so I've heard a theory that it is the consequence of so much space travel. It's like their lifestyle being in spacefaring race has caused problems because of just the being in such a low gravity environment, just things aren't working as well. So the cloning program works for them, and that's why they're harvesting our DNA. And not just us, other planets as well.
I don't know how I feel about any of this, Jennifer. I don't like it. Aliens need to figure out their own problems.
They are, by harvesting our genetic material. People go, why? What's with the anal probes? Well, there's lots of good stem cells up there.
Are they harvesting the genetic material of like any particular type of human, or are they non-discriminatory? Like,
I'm not
is
sure.
there
It's a good
are
question.
they are different alien races, are like some alien races harvesting genetic material from like black people and other ones are doing it from white people and other people are doing it from Jewish people?
I don't think I don't know. As far as I understand, there's a lot of different types of experimentation. I do know that usually when people talk about being an abductee, I've noticed it's mostly white people that say that.
So aliens value the DNA of white people above all other DNA is what you're saying.
I know that is not what I'm saying. Don't you do that. It could also be that it's a cultural thing and just like black people have a joke about they don't go camping. Like maybe they just don't talk about their experiences. Now, but there's Barney Hill. He was one gentleman of color who was abducted, and I'm sure there's several, but it could just be that white people are really melodramatic and we need the attention. I mean, I don't know.
Aliens are racist. Aliens are white supremacists.
I think they're just going to go with whatever fits their race the best. And stem cells are stem cells, so they're going to take them from wherever. I mean, honestly, they're going to go for healthy cells, eggs, sperm, stem cells, all kinds of things to create what they want to create. And maybe they're taking it from everybody and making one big soup. I mean, who knows?
I'm gonna chat GPT this stuff. Hang on. I'm gonna see what chat GPT has to say about this. Hang on. Load chat GPT. Don't make me wait. Come on, I don't need fancy psychic chat GPT. I just need normal one. Okay. Are aliens more inclined to abduct black people or white people? Let's just.
I think they should they get the Asians and get all that really high brain power from that side.
That's actually probably really good advice.
There
isn't any credible evidence suggesting alien abductions are more likely to happen to people of one race over another. Wah wah. Wah wah.
Your AI god has spoken, Carlin.
I guess so. All right, let's continue.
In turn, they've come to Earth and other planets to seek reproducing with our race and creating alien/human hybrids in an attempt to keep their race alive. So that's just something to think about when you hear this reply. If you claim to be an alien, maybe you can help us understand why aliens are so secretive. They definitely don't like to make themselves known to us. They're very rarely seen. Why is that?
Jesus, Son.
That's interesting.
Does the government allow you to experiment on us in exchange for technology? You seem to speak English to an extent, though it isn't good English. How do you know English? Is this something you're taught by your own race or our government? How do you know English? Something about a human?
That came from human.
Steven.
Steven, the
It's
alien
interesting
daddy.
you say that. I know somebody named Steven. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you tonight. It was a pleasure meeting you. If you're nice, I welcome you back onto the session. If not, I'd ask that you stay away. I wasn't able to hear what you were saying in real time or much of it, but I will review the footage later and see anything that you may have to say for us. So I hope to talk to you again if you are a nice spirit or a nice extraterrestrial. Thank you so much for being with us, and hope you have a great day.
That was pretty cool.
Yikes.
All right. Well, it's been about 2 hours, Jennifer. You wanna wrap it there, ending on the alien high note? I think that's a good show for tonight.
It's all good to me.
So,
Yeah.
What do you think? What are some final thoughts about the spirit box?
You know, we all listen with our own filters, and even I think some spirits have their filters that they communicate with. Beliefs can be so strong in this life that they're carried over to the next, and it takes time to empty out and get ready for your next incarnation. Um, I love listening to the direct communication from the spirits. I think it is the coolest thing. It's one of the things I love whenever I get to talk to them. I think it's really cool. I love hearing from them. It can be a little creepy. Sometimes it happens at an inappropriate moment, and they need to respect what I'm doing sometimes. Like if I need to focus on something and they start talking and I'm like, look, I'm doing something. But I love to hear that direct communication, hear their voices. The one thing that bothers me is I hate that we're only getting snippets of sentences. We're not getting full sentences. Like they'll say, I want you to know, blah, 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 and then it's gone. And you're like, oh, you know, like say the whole thing, say the important thing first.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it was like a little bit disjointed, to be honest. Like it's like you want, and it's not anyone's fault. It's just like you want so much more. It's like I like speak in a complete sentence, communicate with me, spirit. I want to know, like, tell us what you actually think, and it's like you just don't get that from it. It's just like, oh man, like
that's
I want
why
it to
I really
be so
love
much
the
more than it is.
channelers.
Yeah, I know, but you got to find a good channeler that's not editorializing for Hitler and asking like awful questions and things like that. Which is why we need to find our own channeler for this channel. That's got to be a high priority.
Medium.
We're going to find a medium. We are recruiting a medium. If you know a medium in your life and they would like to come and channel Hitler for us, please let me know. Please DM me on Twitter.
Not just Hitler, though. We have more work. We have many ideas.
We have other ideas too. It doesn't have to all just be Hitler all the time.
Yeah.
So next week we're going to be doing Samhain.
Yes, I'm going to do a deep dive on Samhain. I am a practicing witch. Many people know that. And Samhain is the only pagan holiday that has been, or holy day, that has been contained and preserved in its original form, that is celebrated the worldwide. And it is the one time that a lot of pagans can come out of the broom closet and go, yay, I'm a witch. And everyone goes, yay, I'm a ghost for I don't say Christmas, a ghost for Halloween. You're a witch. That's so cute. And we get to go, yeah, except for I'm being honest. But yeah, but it's fun. It's cool to see everybody enjoy the season. But also this is the time of year where a lot of cultures celebrate death and passing on. The veil is very thin. The veil is
very
thin.
Psychic.
Yeah. This is the best time to get messages and to make requests or to have communication, to express gratitude. It's also the witch's new year. This is where we would start our calendar over. Sorry, my camera is being a butt.
Just like poke it.
I did. I just bonked it. I did the Fonzie. But it is one of the times that we get to like really celebrate our own holiday out in the open with everybody else that celebrates it. Beltane is another similar one. It is also the other time of the year when the veil is this thin. A lot of people don't associate that with Beltane. If you don't know what that is, that's May Day. It's May 1st. So it's the opposite side of the year. Yeah. So as the wheel turns, it's the polar opposite, and the veil is thin on both sides. So, but Beltane celebrates life and fertility, where this is celebrating the fall, the death.
I have been feeling very psychic lately, if I'm honest, Jennifer. Like extra psychic for some reason. I don't really know why. Like I just feel like I've been more intuitive lately, like than normal for some reason.
That's a very common experience this time of year because the veil is thin. Messages are a little clearer. Mm-hmm. Communication.
Meditation is like 1,000 times deeper for me right now. I like don't even have to try that hard.
Nice. I love that. That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of people are going to have that feeling this time of year, and also because of the fanfare associated with it. Like everyone is really conscientious of death because we're decorating with skeletons and ghosts and gravestones and things like that, and so it's on our mind. We're already kind of open to that, and so the communication is a lot easier for even the muggles.
Cool. Well, do you have anything that you recommend that I pick up while I'm in Salem on Friday? Should I pick up any witchy things? Or like I can go to like there are witches stores, there are crystal stores, there's all sorts of things. There's like, is there anything that like your intuition is like, Carlin, you need this crystal or something like that?
The first thing that came to mind was a broom.
I need a broom
made out of real broom.
I think I actually did see. I think I saw a broom making workshop.
Oh, cool!
I can make my own broom.
The first thing that popped in my mind is a broom. I heard broom. She needs a broom.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well on Twitter or anything. Carlin's going to Salem to buy a fucking broom.
So brooms are used in rituals to sweep away the bad energy, to sweep away the past, to sweep away negativity. And then you put them over. I have a broom over my front door. Inside, as you come in, you turn around, you see my front door. There's a little broom over the top, and it is to keep away negativity and evil spirits. It keeps all of that out there. It sweeps them away from my door.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. Adrian says I have to book ahead for that place. Well, you gotta. I'm gonna be booking some tickets. Don't you? I'll have to look into the broom place now.
I'm sure they'll have brooms for sale. Yeah. A lot of really authentic, pretty, and very cool witchy brooms can be kind of pricey. Mine was just was like a craft store broom that I went, hey, it's still a broom. I'm using it. And I don't mean like the kind that's made with the plastic bristles that you like. No. Get a real broom that's got well, it's called broom. It's the name of the plant. It's a broom plant.
Actual broom
bush.
Yeah.
Broom bush. Yeah.
There is a wand store in Salem last time I was there too. Like a legit like Harry Potter like craft level wand store. Like
if you're going to do wands, if you're going to do a wand, do something that calls out to, just like I love they showed that in Harry Potter, but remember that a wand is the extension of your own energy.
I'm not feeling a wand. I feel like I would be irresponsible with a wand. I'd cast some sort of spell on something just by screwing around and like not really thinking about it. I have to keep these like I like people have been telling me for years. I mean, I don't know if you agree with this. People have been telling me for years my energy is way too powerful, like more powerful than like normal. And like so if I want something and I focus on something, even if I don't really want it, or even if I'm not even trying to like manifest it, like it fucking happens. And it's like I have to be careful, like for real though. Like I have to be careful with that stuff because I am immature and and sometimes
you're just uneducated. That's all.
It's not even that I'm uneducated though. Like I understand this stuff in theory. Like I understand the mise en scène of how it works. It's just like I like to poke things. Be like,
that's because you're an Aries and you're a shit starter.
Exactly, that's exactly it. Like Aries is like the child of the zodiac, right? It's like the first sign in the zodiac. I'm like, you don't want me to touch that thing? I can't touch the thing. Are you sure I can't touch that thing? Because I really want to touch that thing. And I'm just like, you're telling me that I have this wand and it's an extension of myself and I can cast a spell. and then I pointed at the dog and all of a sudden the dog is sick for the next week or something like that. Like, Victor, I killed the dog.
Oh no. There's 1,000 times more power behind positive energy than negative energy. So I mean, like if in manifestation, if we imagine something bad and that happened just as frequently as something good, imagine how chaotic and crazy that would be. So, but yeah, you are a little bit playful. I think right now you need to be focused on protection and sweeping away negativity and negative things. And so I think that a broom would be very useful to hang over your front door.
You know what? That's actually exactly what I was thinking before the show. So that's actually a really well intuited, Jennifer, well intuited. Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss? Oh, can I bring up one last thing? You can say no. Can I?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of your guest, so as long as it's show appropriate, Carlin.
Can I hijack movie night this Sunday?
What? No, you cannot. I have been.
Come on.
Why?
Come on. I want to show the Crucible though.
What about my poll? I would do mystery movie polls.
Can everyone vote for witches in the mystery movie poll? Like, is that?
I don't have witches on there.
No, come on.
No,
man.
I don't have any witches on there. You want to wait, you know what? Maybe we can do it on a Monday night.
I want to watch the Crucible. I'm going to Salem. The Crucible is all about the Salem witch trials.
Oh, that's true.
We don't have to. True. It's fine. We can do the fucking poll. It's fine.
You've been enjoying the poll.
I have been enjoying the poll. Okay, fine.
Well, I mean, maybe we could do the Crucible. I'm trying to remember like what other genres I have left.
You know who's in the Crucible, right? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, is he?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jennifer's like, well, that changes everything.
When you put it that way, why didn't you lead with that one, Carlin? Let's see. We have zombies, mummies, dumb teens get Get Offed and Macabre Humor, and one of these is a double feature. The double feature has still not been chosen, which I'm kind of relieved because I've been so overwhelmed with puppy stuff that I'm like, I don't know if I have time to do a double feature.
Let's do a vote in the chat. One in the chat. We're gonna let the people decide. One in the chat if we should stick with the original movie poll. Two in the chat if we should play the Crucible. You guys get to decide. Jennifer and I have no say. We're letting go of control, Jennifer. I know you're a Capricorn. I know you're hating every second of this. One in the chat if we're gonna do the poll. Two in the chat if we're gonna do the Crucible.
Oh, yeah, Dragon Water. Jennifer's always right. There's my friend.
No, I'm winning.
I think the twos are winning.
Ha!
Let me see if I can get it. Hold on before we get all committee and shit. Just give me a moment. Let me see if I can get it.
We formed a committee and we hijacked movie night away from Jennifer.
And you say I never listen to you. You never get your way. You never get what you want.
No one ever gives me what I want. I never get my way.
I swear to crumbs. I mean, you never get your way. You have a whole month in April where you get to do all the movies that you freaking want.
You know what? I'm not pulling a movie out of nowhere, Jennifer. It's relevant. It's a good movie. It has Daniel Day-Lewis. It's about witches. Like, this should be great. We're going to do a whole witchy theme. I'm kind of shocked you didn't have witches in the first place.
The Crucible. Well, I mean, I didn't want to have 30 categories. I just picked like a few that we could go.
You are a literal witch, Jennifer. These are your people. These are your people.
Not the Salem witches. Those are a bunch of frauds and little lying catty bitches.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't real witches.
No, and a lot of them were just like they made tinctures and stuff. But that's what witches are, honestly. But this is about the girls that turned on each other, and it makes me mad. But it's a good story. I mean, you have to see this shit because they had no choice.
Hocus Pocus was actually filmed in Salem.
I love Hocus Pocus. You're right. I should have done Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
I love that freaking movie. It's my favorite witch movie. All right, 2 hours and 3 minutes from 1996. The Crucible with Daniel Day-Lewis, Winona Ryder, and some other chick that I can't see who that is. Arthur Miller's play, an adaptation of a play, buy or rent. It is available.
Yay!
Unbelievable.
You're gonna thank me later. It's gonna be fine. I never do this, Jennifer. I always
never. Oh no. We never do. Hey Jennifer, it's James Lindsay's birthday. Can we?
But that was funny as hell. James was so pissed off.
He didn't. Did he even know that we did that? Did he see that?
I think he did. We invited him. I made a whole fucking ornate invitation. I put it on Twitter. James is so pissed off. He still thinks I'm having violent sexual fantasies about it.
I honestly think that's a little projection on his part.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, bro.
He's got some problems.
I made a joke 3 years ago and you're still hanging on to that. That's not me, bro. That's you. Like,
yeah, that sounds like a you problem, buddy.
That is a you problem, James. It's not a me problem, James. It's a you problem. Jeez, this is the things I put up with on the internet.
I mean,
anyway.
Really. Yeah.
I appreciate you letting me hijack movie night. Thank you, Jennifer.
Especially for Samhain.
It's gonna be perfect.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be perfect. Daniel Day-Lewis is the best, and he can do no wrong, and he is amazing in everything, and he's really hot.
He is.
He just like he just has. It's not even like I don't even think it's about the looks. I think it's about like the presence and like the fucking. He's perfect.
He is perfect. So, well, when he played Cecil in A Room with a View, I think that was his one like nerdy, like he was very skinny and very not masculine. We saw that on Jennifer January, the first Jennifer January we did. We watched A Room with a View.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah. So and that was like and then after that he put on like 100 pounds of muscle and did The Last of the Mohicans. I didn't even know it was the same guy.
That was crazy. And like, I mean, he was in like There Will Be Blood. That is an amazing. Have you seen that? That movie is incredible.
I'll have to look that up.
Oh, it's so good, Jennifer. It's like honestly one of the most intense movies, and he's just like he has such intense. It's so good. It's so good. He's good.
Well, he's
everything.
fantastic. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The Crucible on Sunday for movie night. I know Mac has got some things going as well on Sunday. I already closed my thing, but we always make the announcements in locals and in Carlin's Discord. So do check out movie night message board. Don't ask me what the movie is. Look in the movie night message board, please. I get message, Jennifer, what's the movie? Look on the message board. I announce it all the time. Every week, I promise.
Look at the goddamn message board, people.
And Carlin announces it right before we get started.
Utilize the Discord.
Utilize.
We put it there for a reason. Use your yeah. That's all. All right. Well, another successful show. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. This was fun. Thank you.
This was fun. All right, guys. I will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. where we will be productive again. And I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.